Well, I've got the rest of the carpet up anyway. Bit of a faff, just because I had to move all that again. Last couple of days I've been painting that just to get that wall there done. Still need to do the roof. That needs another coat. But I've got the carpet up and it's given me a bit more room, having forced all of that as far over there as I can. So at least now I should be able to work with everything else that should be arriving at some point. I am getting a little water gathering in places. I've mopped it up as best I can. But originally I was like, how on earth am I getting water pooling? It looks like it's a buildup of condensation in places that's just pooling in the bottom. So that should theoretically resolve itself once I've got new insulation and new brickwork. I think it's because I've got these vents open when the heating goes on. That's the outside wall, so it's going to be, my money is it's condensation, especially given that it's just pooling. It's not going through anywhere obvious that I could see, and we have just had 2 days of Storm Dara, whatever his name was. So yeah, still got a bit of a blowy out there. I've got a boot full of stuff to take to the tip, but can't get out there at the moment. I've got a tree blocking my lane. I have other options to get out, but I choose not to at the moment because it's just too damn cold. So yeah, at the moment, bit of condensation coming through looking at it. Again, will be resolved once I've got fresh insulation and the outer skin up, but that's going to be another couple of days till stuff starts turning up. But otherwise, I've got quite a big chunk of room now, and I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get the materials in here to cut it up and fit it all in. But yeah, it was slightly a bit of a shock when came in. I was taking the carpet up and I'd moved everything, and suddenly there's big pools of water in the seams here, and it's it's drying out, but you can see in that one, I think especially, it's still a little bit wet. So, but there's no obvious point of it coming in, so it's got to be just condensing, combination of these vents plus the heating. It makes sense, especially as it was very prominent across this bit up to about here. So where there's no real heat getting to this corner. Yeah. Still not quite sure what to do about that section of wardrobe. It is very useful. I have shelved it out inside, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. And at the moment, I have nowhere to put said stuff until I start getting, till this wall is finished, and I get some floor down and I get some shelves up to take all of this. Then I've got nowhere to put anything in there at the moment. So I'm not sure what to do with it. And I keep saying it's full of good stuff. I better show you. That's still a bit of that up there. We can kind of ignore most of that shelf, but Transformers and Star Wars stuff, DVDs, CDs, books, mask. Yeah, so it might be worth keeping that up. Yes, I'll have to sort through it, get rid of a lot of that up there and get that heating element out. But it might be worth keeping. But I'm not sure. So I'm just going to have to think on that for a bit. Because then I'd have to find a shelving unit that would fit in there. And it's a whole thing. And plus it's somewhere to hang my hoverboard. But it's jammed full all the way to the back. The shelves that are filled, they are filled all the way. So I just don't know what I want to do at the moment with this whole section. There's enough room I'll be able to get flooring down underneath it. I'd have to overhaul the doors, that's a given, and the sides. But it's very tempting to leave it there. The one that was there, was just using that as a place to hang clothes and just throw junk. And when I moved all the clothes into the other one, I just filled it with junk. So there was nothing in that one. This one is full of all the stuff. And I forgot how much there was in here. Because, as I say, it is all the way to the back. I'd originally put those big shelves in the front room to take all that, and now I think there's too much there. So I might end up just leaving it. But then I'd have to find something to go there. It's one of those, I'll have to have a think. But the carpet's up, needs a sweep, I'm getting condensation in. Still got to strip that bit of wallpaper off and the roof. Otherwise, we're making good progress, and I should have enough room now to be able to use get the materials in to finish. I'm going to need one more piece of timber to go up the centre there to give me something to nail that board to. And I'm thinking I might put a piece of timber across there to give me something solid to put the plug against, because otherwise it's just a hollow wall. But that is not for right now. And then it's clean the window, put some kind of inner frame, seal it all up a bit better because this is a bit ropey here. And I kind of regret putting a bigger... I replaced the radiator because it sprung a leak. And I only measured the width and the height. I forgot about the thickness, so that's double the size what it should, double the thickness that it should be. It's a twin element rather than a single element. But it heats this room up quite nicely, which is another reason why I think that's condensation, is because that is a big radiator for such a small room. But it was a pig to get the grip rod out. But I managed to do that. There's still a bit of skirting board behind there, but that can live there because there's no way I'm getting that out. I don't know, I might be able to. I'll have a look. But yeah, progress is being made. That wall is finished in pink. That wall is partway done. Again, I've got to come across there, and then once this bit's done, that's all getting coated in yellow. What's available on that wall will be brown, depending on whether I leave that there or not. And then that wall, I'm still not sure whether I want to do white or yellow, because I need... Where the damp came through, in that corner especially, the only reason I could see it was because the wall was a very pale colour. It was almost bare wood. If I go and paint that like a dark brown, I'm never going to see it again if it does come back. So I need to be able to see it, so I do need it to be a pale colour. But given how bright that yellow is, do I want it all the way across this wall as well? Again, you're not going to see a lot of it because of shelves, but I'm just not sure. So anyway, waiting on insulation, waiting to hear from the insulation people actually. Put the insulation in. When the insulation turns up, rather, order some ply. Then it's a case of get that wall done at least, and then that corner, and then that section, and then figure out what I'm doing with this, and then put floor down, leave the vents open, and then just decorate properly. I want to get the decoration done before I put the floor down, but it's one of them. So yeah, if you've got any thoughts on what I should do with that, whether I should leave it there or not, because I don't know. I might put... Finding a shelving unit that'd fit nicely in there. But yep, carpet's up. Next thing to do is clear the ceiling and start some paint work, I suppose. I could paint the ceiling while I'm waiting. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do. See you later.